This exercise uses a story arc, which is sometimes referred to as the hero's journey, and for our purposes a story arc looks like this. We meet our hero in stasis, which is like once upon a time. It's usually a dull place where nothing much is happening. Take Star Wars: A New Hope as the example. We meet Luke on his uncle's farm. He's bored, he's a boy in a man's world. There's a triggering incident, something happens that causes him to want to change. In Luke's case, he meets a droid that has a secret message. It's Princess Leia saying, "Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope." That sends Luke on a journey, and on that journey he'll have allies and mentors, people who are going to help him on his way, people who are going to help him achieve his task. He'll also meet enemies. These are people who are going to oppose him, try and stop him. Obviously Darth Vader, stormtroopers, the Emperor. At some point on the journey he's going to hit crisis point. Now in Luke's case the crisis comes when his mentor Obi-Wan is killed. Sorry, spoiler there for anyone who hasn't seen the film. We also like our heroes to make a critical choice. They can't just be passive, they have to be active. In Luke's case, he's flying towards the Death Star at the end of the film, and he hears a voice in his head, and it's Obi-Wan saying to him, "Use the Force, Luke." So he switches off his targeting computer and relies on the Force in order to fire the torpedo at the target on the Death Star. The hero's critical choice brings about a climax or resolution to the story. Of course, in this case, we know that Luke blows up the Death Star and defeats the Empire. But what he's done on the journey is he's gone from a boy in stasis with nothing happening to a man. He's become a Jedi by the end of the story, and he's gone on this journey with highs and lows. So, when you're thinking about your project, ask yourself first of all, who is the hero of your story? Now there's a spoiler alert, you are not the hero of your story. Your hero is your client or your customer or the person you're trying to help. Think about stasis. Where do they start the process? Where do we meet them? Think about what could a triggering incident be? What could it be that makes them want to change? And then when you think about the change, the journey they're going to go on, who is going to help them? Who are their allies and mentors going to be? And this is where you come in. You're more likely to be their ally or mentor than to be the hero of this story. Who are the enemies? Who or what is against them on that journey? Who's trying to stop them changing? What are the crisis points? What are the lowest points in the journey for them? What is the critical choice that they have to make? What do they have to decide in order to get where they want to be? And finally, what's the climax or resolution? What happens as a result of their choice? What happens at the end of their journey? They've got to go from one state to another. It's got to be a journey, just like Luke goes from boy to Jedi.